All right, folks, class is back in session. We are handing out grades for the Chicago Bears' latest free agent signing. So what is going on, y'all? Faiz Sports All back at it with another video talking, of course, some NFL here to talk about the Chicago Bears. So if you are a Bears fan, please do hit that big red subscribe button. Daily Chicago Bears content on this channel. You won't find it anywhere else. Make sure you hit the bell icon so you're notified every time I drop a new video. All right, let's get into it. We are back with our whiteboard videos by popular demand. And I actually had done a Chicago Bears free agent grading video already. It was day one of free agency where I reacted to all of the day one signings, okay? And I thought I was going to do it for every single day of free agency, maybe up until the first 5 days or whatnot. But day two was very slow. Day three was kind of whatever. And then day four, things picked up. So it's been all over the place. So I thought, okay, look, we've made a handful of signings since the first day. Let's go ahead and recap everything for you guys. And so that's what I'm going to do here. So technically, I've already given out grades for the first four signings because those happened on the first day. So I'm going to go ahead and put those grades back up here first and foremost. And then if you guys want more detail on them, check out the video I did earlier. You guys can go look at my recent videos and find that one. But basically, here were the grades that I did give for the Bears day one free agent signing. So linebacker TJ Edwards agreed to a 3-year, $19.5 million deal. I thought this signing deserved an A, just because we got great value on the contract. It fits a need. TJ Edwards is a guy who was the defensive signal caller for the Eagles. I think he's a great get, and linebacking core was very weak for us. And so overall, putting all those things together, I thought we got a steal, especially for the money that he signed for. All right, moving on to Tremaine Edmunds, 4-year, $72 million deal. I also gave this signing an A. Tremaine Edmunds is incredible, man, one of the best at his position, and only 24 years old. And the fact that you're getting a guy that young but still has experience in this league, you cannot underestimate that. And clearly upgrading a very weak linebacking core. Folks, besides Jack Sanborn, our linebacking core was bleak. It was no one else. So we got a major upgrade now with two bona fide starters. So yeah, Tremaine Edmunds also deserves an A. All right. Offensive lineman Nate Davis, who we don't know yet if he's going to play right guard, left guard. He signed for a 3-year, $30 million deal. I gave this signing a B. Now, Nate Davis is solid, man. He's definitely going to help us in a position of need for sure. And he's definitely a guy good in pass protection and as well as the run. But for the most part, I thought there were other guys out there that maybe could have been a little better, that would have helped us a little bit more. But again, can't deny it. Nate Davis still a quality signing, and he's going to be a starter for the Bears. So that's why I went ahead and gave him a B. And then finally, the first day ended with us signing defensive lineman DeMarcus Walker, I believe also from the Titans. And he signed a 3-year, $21 million deal. I gave this signing a C. Look, folks, I'm not going to wave the pom-poms for every single signing Ryan Poles makes, but I really thought there were other guys out there that were more impactful than a guy like DeMarcus Walker, who to me is a rotational piece on the D-line, not necessarily a bona fide starter. And so that's why I thought, you know what, not sure if I'm a huge fan of it. And so that's why I was kind of saying, look, probably if you want to say C+, sure. But, I thought there were other guys out there like, a Yannick Ngakoue, who's still apparently out there, and Arden Key. There were other guys like Sheldon Rankins. There were other defensive linemen that I liked a little bit more than DeMarcus Walker. All right, so that takes care of the first four free agent signings. Now let's move on. Since then, we signed running back Travis Homer to a 2-year, $4.5 million deal. And look, when we signed Travis Homer, I came out and said this is not our RB2. He's an RB3. He's a special teamer. And look, the signing of Travis Homer doesn't really do much for me. Again, I'm going to be as objective as possible. And so to me, this is an average signing. This isn't anything to write home about. This isn't anything where you're jumping over the moon because you have a guy like Travis Homer. He's a backup. All right. Yes, he's good in terms of a pass blocker, and he'll help there. But again, he is a RB3 for us. And I'm going to say this is a C+ of a signing for the Chicago Bears. Again, doesn't really do much for me as an RB3. So that's where I'm at. All right, let's move on here. Quarterback P.J. Walker signed with us on a 2-year, $5 million deal. And I thought this was a very solid signing. I'm going to give this one a B+. P.J. Walker is an ideal backup for Justin Fields. It fit a need. We needed a backup quarterback. And so, you know, PJ Walker's a guy who has experience in this league. He's not one of the better backup quarterbacks, you know, that's why it's not an A, but he is still a solid backup quarterback. And at times, he was actually the best quarterback for the Panthers. So take of that what you will. Their quarterback situation was very dire, but he was still the best one at times out of all of them. All right, and he's got connection with DJ Moore, by the way, so you can't underestimate that. And Fields tends to get nicked up here and there, right, and might miss a game or two. You need a good backup quarterback. I didn't want to roll with Trevor Siemian next season, so go ahead and give this one a B+ to sign PJ Walker. All right, let's move on to defensive lineman Andrew Billings, who we signed to a 1-year, $3.5 million deal. I'm going to give this one a B. Andrew Billings is a run-stuffing nose tackle, man. He is a big dude. He can eat up space, and he's just going to clog up running lanes for opposing backfield. So you love to see that. The reason this is not an A is, again, not one of the top guys I had at the position for the D-line, but still a guy who's a quality signing because he does provide you a position of need. And I think he's going to be a guy who definitely probably will start in the defensive line. So I'm going to give it a B. Solid signing, Andrew Billings for the Chicago Bears at the D-tackle spot. All right, let's finish it out with the last two signings here. Running back Dante Foreman, 1-year, $3 million deal. I mean, this to me is like, this is like an A. I'll just say A or A+, man. My God, like a steal at $3 million. Dante Foreman almost rushed for 1,000 yards last year, and he was sharing the backfield with Chuba Hubbard. Like, this is an absolutely incredible signing. He is the RB2, not Travis Homer. He is the RB2, and he could even be the RB1 sometimes. Dante Foreman's really good, man. He runs really well, and he's shown very good flashes in this league. All right, maybe I'm not going to give this an A+. Maybe I'll just do A. But you get my point here. He is really, really freaking good. So I just thought this was a steal. You know what? This is what made it an A+. So I'm going to give it back to him, all right? 1-year, $3 million. That's a steal, folks. I'm sorry, that is a steal for a quality running back in Dante Foreman. Now you don't have to draft a running back because you've got 3 guys now. 4 if you include Tristan Ebner, right? With Herbert, Foreman, and Homer and Ebner. So I really like the signing. And then finally, tight end Robert Tonyan. I couldn't get his contract details for some reason besides the 1-year deal. I couldn't get the compensation, but if you guys know, let me know. But I'm going to say this one is also an A, man. Robert Tonyan is a tight end 1 for a lot of teams in this league, and he's going to be a backup for us. Look, I know we can run 2 tight end sets, and Cole Kmet's playing time's not going anywhere, folks. Like, Cole Kmet is the future, but Robert Tonyan's a very good, solid veteran tight end. He is the backup. Make no mistake about it, but he can be used as a very good threat in the red zone. He's a big-bodied, 6'5", big dude. Like, he is going to be an incredible weapon for Justin Fields down in the red zone and elsewhere. So, overall, these are the grades that I've given for the Chicago Bears for their free agent signings. Not sure what the overall grade here would be, but you have more A's than anything, right? 4 A's from me, 3 B's, and 2 C's. So I would think the overall, grade would be like an A-, maybe B+ for the overall free agent period. And we're still not done yet completely. Maybe we sign more people, but we'll see here. Let me know what you guys think. Give me your grades for the Chicago Bears for all their free agent signings. If you guys agree, disagree, leave a comment down below as always. Thanks for watching.